Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about a lot of things in this video. And one thing I left out in the previous video when I was talking about Mika, we're also going to look at Europe now, and we're going to see how Mika regulations play a factor when it comes to meme coins as well. Now that Tether is off the exchanges over there, what's going to happen with the meme coins? And we're going to start to see this happen in other countries throughout the rest of this year, because every single country right now is working on regulations. I think this could be the black swan that happens right before we see the rise of the new financial system, because I think we're close to the new financial system as well. And you could see everything coming together now in real time. Look at XRP. Even in this video, I'm going to show you more rails being put in place. It's happening on a daily basis now. And people are now doubting their XRP holdings. Now is the time you should be so freaking bullish that you say to yourself, I'm never selling my XRP in the short term. I want to see where this goes from here. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, today announced the launch of Phase 2 of the eHKD pilot. Hope to see even more Ripple products implemented in Phase 2. Here's an image of Phase 1. Like I said, we are getting closer, and we'll most likely have a good look at Phase 2 over the next day or so. Santander to launch open bank digital bank in US and Mexico. Santander will launch its digital bank open bank in the United States and Mexico in the second half of 2024. Currently, Open Bank serves 2 million customers in 4 European countries, Spain, Portugal, Germany, and the Netherlands, and has 18 billion euros in deposits, the bank said in a Tuesday press release. Open Bank is the largest digital bank in Europe by deposits, with among the highest customer loyalty and satisfaction. More and more rails being put in place every single day. Nuvi, American Express, Ripple secures major payment license from Monetary Authority of Singapore. Also, a collaboration with MasterCard Send Now enables Nuvi to offer almost instant payout options to businesses in Singapore, facilitating rapid cross-border payments to billions of cardholders worldwide. Every single day, and I stress it on a daily basis, because I'm showing you how it's all coming together now. We are so close to XRP running on its utility. Instead of hype and announcements, actual utility will be pushing the price of XRP very soon. SEC versus Uniswap. Legal expert identifies similarities with the Ripple lawsuit. XRP was 8 years old when the SEC sued Ripple. That is the SEC way. Wait until they are successful, then sue them for billions. This comes from Bill Morgan. Unbelievable. Uniswap is 6 years old. For 6 years, the SEC has also failed to provide any guidance on this space and now sends them a Wells notice. So what's going on at the SEC is they let these companies build out and grow, and then they become massive companies like Ripple. And then what does the SEC do? They sue them. And then they try to get them for billions of dollars. And Ripple now knows their end game. I think Ripple's going to end up settling under $100 million at the end of all of this. This comes from Johnny Deaton, and I thought this was absolutely great. I just read Elizabeth Warren's letter to Patrick McHenry and Rep. Maxine Waters addressing the FSC's efforts to introduce a stablecoin bill. My first question to Senator Warren is whether Jamie Dimon and the Bank Policy Institute wrote this letter similar to the way they wrote her anti-crypto bill. Why is Elizabeth Warren running interference on bipartisan efforts to reduce friction, improve efficiencies, and protect consumers? Over a decade ago, Elizabeth Warren went to Washington, D.C., promising she would hold the banking industry accountable. Today, she has effectively become the industry's biggest lobbyist. Johnny Deaton is calling her out all along the way. Every step of the way, he calls her out. And why is she trying to stop this bill? You know, she should be pushing innovation ahead in the U.S. She should be working for the American people. Instead, she's working for the big banks. Senator Loomis, Republican, who reportedly wants to finish a stablecoin bill, believes that crypto will be a big issue in the upcoming elections in 2024. I think she's 100% right. I think we are about to see crypto all over the mainstream media news as we get closer and closer to the elections. And it's going to be a great time to be a crypto investor. At some point, we're going to see XRP all over the news. Because what does XRP do? It moves money across borders. Wait until that day comes. XRP holders at that point would become very, very rich. And it's just a matter of time. Yesterday, on the Bitcoin Policy Summit 2024, Democratic Congressman Wiley Nickel emphasizes the urgency of a stablecoin bill and a resulting digital dollar. Take a listen to what he says about the digital dollar.
Positive thing, but for me, the thing we really need to be talking about is where the U.S. is going with the digital dollar in the next 10, 20 years. And if we continue to just bury our head in the sand, other countries are going to succeed, and we're going to see the dollar lose its status as the global reserve currency. And we do so well as a country because of the status of the dollar. And as we shift into a more digital economy, we need to make sure we're keeping that status, and stablecoin legislation is a really important piece of that.
And we know this is not 10 or 20 years away. This is most likely going to happen over the course of the next year or two. I think they're going to fast track a CBDC in the United States ahead of the coming elections. But that's just my personal opinion. And if it doesn't happen then, most likely it will happen early 2025. You got to look at what's going on with the rest of the world. And if the US wasn't pushing ahead with a CBDC, why do we have a digital dollar sandbox? Why are we even working on a digital dollar unless they plan to announce it? New working paper by Digital Dollar urges global cooperation on digital currency standards for enhancing financial inclusion and efficiency. Key takeaways for successful implementation and long-term effectiveness: CBDCs must prioritize interoperability amongst different systems and users to realize their true potential. For simplifying money transfers. With regulatory clarity, countries like the U.S. can focus on promoting key principles like privacy, free enterprise, the rule of law, and economic liberty in the global financial sector. The paper also highlighted key global governance institutions who will be responsible for standard setting. Take notice how they're always talking about global cooperation. That's why I said global crypto regulations are coming. MiCA is the beginning. In Europe, we're going to see those same regulations passed by country after country as time goes on. I think a lot of countries are going to adopt that this year. And as it happens, we're going to see meme coins disappear. We're going to see Tether disappear. Maybe even Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because now we know MiCA does not even recognize Bitcoin or Ethereum. And I think that's the end game. I think it was always the end game. Same way that Christine Lagarde always said Bitcoin will become irrelevant in the future. IMF prepares financial revolution. Say goodbye to the dollar. So what the IMF is now saying, that once CBDCs get here, the dollar is going to disappear. The value of all currencies become relative to the middleman. In other words, the IMF, BIS, and other related institutions dictate the priorities of CBDCs, and thus there is no distinguishing aspect of any individual CBDC that makes one more valuable than the others. A level playing field. That's what the new financial system brings. The only thing I see more valuable than any one country's CBDC is the technology that's moving those CBDCs. XRP, XLM, XDC, the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies. And you know what she just said at the IMF? Financial revolution. Look at the debt clock, the debt to wealth revolution. That's what's coming. And you know, even the debt clock has been warning us of what's coming ahead. But people just don't want to pay attention for some reason. The managing director of the IMF, the fourth industrial revolution is upon us. Manufacturing, healthcare, financial services. Take a listen.
We have been transitioning to a new digital economy, and the pandemic put it on steroids. And now artificial intelligence is likely to dramatically accelerate the fourth industrial revolution. This brings huge potential benefits, but also risks. A recent IMF study shows that artificial intelligence could affect up to 40% of jobs across the world and 60% in advanced economies. It could enhance workers' productivity, but also threatens some jobs. Investing in digital infrastructure and skills, as well as in strong social safety nets, will determine the pace of AI adoption and its impact on productivity.
So AI is going to push the fourth industrial revolution even faster. And that's what we're invested in. The fourth industrial revolution is the digital age, blockchain and crypto. Everything going from paper to digital, like we see happening with digital trade, digital money, digital transactions. And we're invested in this. And that's why I'm always urging you to stay invested. Don't lose your crypto. Keep your crypto safe because you're going to get rich from this. And it's going to happen in the short term. We're no longer years away. Basel III ends the nonsense the banks have been getting away with. Do you see BIS tied to Basel, Switzerland? Do you understand how Swiss custody fits in? Cabal frozen assets. And that's why the banking cartel hates Basel III. Look at how Jamie Dimon is so worried about Basel coming because it ends all of the bullshit. Everything going ahead, it levels the playing field for everyone. And honestly, as a human being, as somebody that's trying to fight off inflation, trying to break away from the US government, trying to break away from the broken fiat system, that's what every single person should want. A level playing field going forward. But it starts with Basel III. FedNow, tokenized deposits, blockchain-based deposits. This comes from Smoke. And remember, we always knew that they were going to tokenize deposits. And that's going to start to pick up this year as well. Tokenization is going to be massive by the end of this year. It's going to be all the talk because it's the next big thing in crypto. Former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried appeals conviction and sentence. We knew this was coming. I want to know how they're going to decrease his sentence. Hopefully, maybe it's only decreased by a couple of years. This guy deserves everything he got. He deserves to do all of those years in prison. You know, there's people suffering because of this guy. People that lost everything. People that left crypto with nothing. And, you know, most of them probably are never coming back to crypto as well. And everybody acts like you should feel sorry for this guy. I don't feel sorry for him in any way. In fact, I can't wait until the rest of them get their sentences as well. But you know, in this video, I wanted to show you what's going on around the world and crypto. Right now, all the talk is stablecoins. We're going to see stablecoin regulations in the coming months here in the United States. They're now working together. both Democrats and Republicans. So this is definitely going to get pushed right through. I think shortly after, they're going to adopt MiCA regulations. Most likely that's already the plan in Washington. And that's going to get pushed through as well. Then shortly after, we're going to watch a boom happen in crypto. But it's only going to happen for a handful of cryptocurrencies. These ISO cryptocurrencies, other cryptocurrencies that have a use case and utility behind them. And it's going to be a great time ahead as an XRP investor. And you know, I'm not an XRP maxi. I am a utility maxi. I only invest in utility-driven cryptocurrencies. And I think it's going to be a great time, honestly. But until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.